foremost, call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Kakadash, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, call Allah, Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Shai, Ba'ashim, Yahweh Kakadash. Them honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone for teaching this truth, this beautiful truth. And shalom to the icon that's pushing his word and truth and sincerity across the globe. Shalom, okay? And, being in this walk, this journey of ours, being in this truth, you realize real fast that this isn't an easy walk. And it's hard, all right, which the Lord set it up to be that way. It's supposed to be that way, and it's really a beautiful thing in itself anyway, because, having this hard walk, okay, after all this is said and done, we have a great reward coming, all right? And, we're going to appreciate it way more because of what we had to overcome, what we had to go through to get it, all right? We're going to appreciate it way more, okay? But that's one thing, and it's another thing like this. There's a saying in the world, it says that, how it go? Weak men make tough times, and tough times make tough men, or hard men. Okay, so the Lord got this walk set up to where it's hard, but it's hard so it can make you a man. This is what makes you a man. This is what makes you strong. This is what makes you tough. All right, this is what make you up to be who you're supposed to be. All right. And it ain't easy. The Lord never said it was going to be easy. That's why the men of the Lord always say, you gotta count the cost. You gotta know what you're getting yourself involved in. All right. You gotta know that. You gotta know what you're getting yourself involved in. Okay. If you think you're gonna come in this thing and it's gonna be easy, well, you got another thing coming. All right. So I'm first precept I'm gonna bring out is Matthew 7 and verse 13. It says, "Enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, which many people go through that wide gate." All right. And like I always say this all the time. I always say, man, it's easy to be a nigga. You know what I'm saying? That's the easiest shit to be. It's easy to get high all day. You know what I'm saying? It's easy to get high all day. It's easy to, sell drugs. You know what I mean? Those things are easy. That's not hard, man. It's not hard to come across a nigga give you a little something to go sell to the rest of the nation. That shit is not hard. You know what I'm saying? That shit is easy, man. It's easy to, be a fucking thief and breaking somebody's home and, you know what I'm saying, and go steal what they didn't work hard for. Those things are easy. It's easy to be a rapper, especially in today's world. Back then you had to have talent at least. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes in the 90s and shit that was doing their thing, they actually had talent. But today, it's easy to be a rapper. You know what I'm saying? Fuck, the lyrics easy. You can't even understand what they saying. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what these niggas saying. Everybody rapping because it's easy. That's why everybody rapping. That's why so many rappers, because it's easy. And everybody looking at it like, oh man, this a way to come up. You know what I'm saying? Destroy your people. through your music. You know what I'm saying? Saying all this bullshit that don't even matter. You know, those things are easy, man. You know? But on the flip side of that, it's hard to come in this truth, you know, and you've been in the world for so many years of your life, and now you realize the way you was living all them years was completely off. It was completely wrong and wicked. All right, so now you got to make a whole 360. You know what I'm saying? On top of the trials and the obstacles that the Lord is going to throw your way. You know what I'm saying? On top of the test that He's going to throw your way. It's hard to endure through those things, you know. You gotta wake up every morning, go bust your ass. You know what I'm saying? On top of trying to be perfect, like Yahweh Shai. You know what I mean? And now we can't be perfect, but that's what we strive to be. So it's hard to do that. It's hard to, like I say, you gotta wake up every morning, gotta go to work, then you fix with the people at the fucking job. You know what I'm saying? You vex with the people at your job. You vex with the world. You know what I mean? It's a lot that you have to endure, and it's true. So it's way harder over here than it is being in the world. And the thing is, nobody don't expect nobody to see and understand because they won't. You know, and I know that can be hard too. You got people looking at you like, damn, what's your problem? You know what I'm saying? Why you like this? Why you act this way? Because they can't see what you see and they don't know what you're going through, man. It's way harder for the men of the Lord than it is for anybody else in the fucking world. You know, yeah, all Jake going through it, but ain't nobody going through it like the men of the Lord. Okay? I say this all the time. It kind of slipped my mind. Lord willing, the Lord bring it back to me. Yeah, so it goes like this. This is what I say. Niggas in the world, they have no worries. Niggas in the world don't have no worries. All right? Salakia, give me a second. Niggas in the world have no worries. They not thinking about what's coming. They not thinking about the destruction that the Lord's gonna bring on this place. They don't see the destruction of they people. They don't give a fuck. They don't care. So these people, the people of the world, they live carefree. All right? When you live in carefree, you have no worries. The men of the Lord see so many things, like the scriptures say, with much wisdom comes much grief. All right? With much wisdom comes much grief. All right? So mentally, the men of the Lord go through it. Okay? More than anything, and that's really what a battle be. The battle really be in your mind. It really be mental. Okay, you know, it's a spiritual warfare. Spiritual, that's within. All right? It ain't physical. Like these niggas that's going to meet up in Chicago. I think they supposed to be going out there to some Palestinian protest or some shit. Man, it's easy to fucking go to war, man. It's hard to endure. It's hard to suffer it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to just, you know, it's hard. Patience is hard, which the word patience means to suffer. So suffering isn't easy. Yahweh Shai had to suffer. You gotta understand. Yahweh Shai was the only begotten, had power. You know what I'm saying? Could have fought, could have went to war. But he knew his father's will, and his father's will was for him to suffer what he had to suffer through. All right? So that's way harder than being a nigga in the world with no cares. You know what I'm saying? These niggas going out to Chicago to go fight and shit. That's easy, man. That's easy. That's nothing. All right? And y'all think y'all so tough, but y'all not anyway. Because through faith, we believe this the house of David over here. We the real mighty men anyway. All right? We the real mighty men. Like I said, it's way harder to turn the other cheek. All right? Which we don't promote that. You know, if a motherfucker slap you, hit on you or something, you don't defend yourself. No, that's not what we promote. But we not going over there to the fucking Palestinian shit and fight against them. Man, that's bullshit. All right? We gotta suffer just like the rest of you niggas gotta suffer. We gotta wake up and go to work under this so-called white man and do what the fuck he tell us to do. All right? We gotta suffer. All right? We gotta suffer and wake up and, you know, I'm going on this walk right now and they shit in these white folks' neighborhood. They got all these, you know, nice houses and shit. As far as the world, you know, in the kingdom, my shit gonna be way better than this. But as far as in the world, you know, shit like this, I ain't never really, you know, seen. I ain't never had no shit like this. But I gotta suffer it. I gotta sit here and walk. You know, I'm walking through they shit and see how good they living. You know what I'm saying? Grass green, the shit cut and shit. You know what I mean? Trees looking good and shit. They, you know, it's looking good over here for them. You know, but I gotta go back to a motherfucking, you know, 1-bedroom apartment and shit like that. And you know, not bitter. I know what I gotta suffer. I know what I gotta go through. You know what I mean? It is what it is. But I know what I got coming too, so I'm not bitter about it. But I still gotta suffer it. I hate to see it. You know, the so-called black woman don't respect the so-called black man, but she holds the white man to the utmost respect and honor. You know what I'm saying? Even Kyle, who's supposed to be her Lord, who she consider her Lord, is Caesar Borgia. We gotta suffer those things, all right? So that's what it is over this way. It says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, which that way leads to destruction, all right? The joy, roughly paraphrasing, I believe it go like this. The joy of a hypocrite is for a moment, all right? You know, the joy of these people that's going through this wide gate, it look like this all good for them. They turning up and all that. That shit is for a moment, man. What we got coming is eternal, all right? We won't never lose it. It says, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction, and many there be which go in thereat. Yeah, you know, 2/3. You know, it ain't many elect members, man. The Lord got a remnant. It's not many compared to how many is in the nation of Israel, okay? But it's a hell of a lot of motherfucking 2/3, all right, that's going through that wide gate, all right? It says, because straight is the gate and narrow is the way which leadeth unto life, which the word straight goes into a position of difficulty. All right? So this walk is difficult. It's hard. This walk is difficult and it's hard. But that's which leadeth unto life, eternal life, immortality. All right? It says, and look, it says, and few there be that find it. It's only a remnant that can make it that way. And that's beautiful. Wouldn't you love to be able to say, damn, the Lord chose me out of all people in the world to be one of them ones that was in the remnant, the elect? Man, you don't want to miss that. So fuck it. Let's go through the difficulty. Go through the trials and tribulations. All right? Just suffer it. You know, just take it. Whatever it is, just take it, man. And as you taking it, take it cheerfully. You know? And with that being said, I'm going to go to Sirach 2. This Sirach 2 from the top. It says, my son, if thou come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. All right. You're going to be tempted in this thing. Satan going to come fucking with you. Satan, what the scripture say? Satan seeketh whom he may devour. He going to come at you with all kind of things to try to throw you out the truth. You know what I mean? Whatever the temptation may be, that's his job. It says, set thy heart aright and constantly endure. It says constantly endure. So that means you're going to constantly go through it. You're going to constantly have to endure. You got to think about it, man. Yahushua had to constantly endure. All right? Yahushua was going through it. Problem after problem after problem. All right? So that's the same thing we got to do. We're going to go through shit. You know what I mean? And it's all good. Because at the same time, in this walk, man, you're going to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? You're going to, the Lord ain't just going to, he's not going to give you what you can't handle. All right? So, but for the most part, you're going to suffer, though. That's just the truth. You know what I mean, man? And that's what we here to teach. We're here to teach the complete truth, 100% truth, and keep it real with you and let you know what it is. Through the scriptures, you know, with Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, is the one keeping it real and telling you what it is. Look, son, this is what it is. Ain't no another way. You know, ain't no another way. This is what it is. And, you know, at the end of the day, we at the end, man. You know, the kingdom of heaven is at hand. It's right there. It's right there, you know. It's right there. Just keep going. Just keep pushing. It says, and make not haste in time of trouble. All right? You know, don't give up. You know what I'm saying? Don't quit. Don't stop. All right? Just because you're going through it. I told you, son. I told you that you're going to have to go through it. So why you quitting? Keep pushing. And the Lord smiled on you, man, when he afflict hell on you. That's like the scriptures say. What did Yahweh say? It pleased him to put his son, you know, roughly paraphrasing, it pleased him to put his son through that hell. All right? It pleased him to put his son through that hell. Give me a second, he's called. Fucking Edomites driving they nice cars and shit, you hear? Looking at it. But yeah, anyway. Yeah, the scriptures say what? It pleased him to bruise his son, okay? So like I say, the Lord smiled down on you when, you know, when you endure it. You know what I'm saying? When you endure the hell that he afflicts upon you. Like, yeah, that's mine now. He a soldier. You know what I mean? That's what you want to be. You want to be a soldier. You know? You want to be hard by it, man. Be hard by it. Be strong. It says, cleave unto him and depart not away. Man, when you go to going through it, man, you supposed to fight harder. You supposed to seek him more. You supposed to be in that motherfucker. If you gotta cry, you crying and still seeking them out. You know what I'm saying? You know, as brother shit, we crying this truth. Man, I didn't cry. I didn't been praying and crying at the same goddamn time. You know, it's hard, man. I understand. It's hard. You know, and you know, I'm speaking this, but I'm, you know, talking to myself too, giving myself a boost. You know. It's hard, man, but it is what it is. It says, cleave unto him and depart not away, that thou mayest be increased at thy last end, boy. Hey, and that's what's gonna count. Man, we in them times. Man. We finna be increased. You know? negative trouble finna come, and we gonna go through it. We gonna, catch hell. Through much tribulation shall you enter into the kingdom of heaven. So in JT, we finna suffer, but guess what though? One thing about it, all these niggas finna suffer. Everybody finna suffer. The whole nation of Israel finna suffer. And guess what? The Lord say his servants gonna eat. He gonna take care of us. And we gonna take more dubs than we gonna take L. Man, we finna overcome this shit. We finna win, bro. 2/3 of our people finna die. They finna lose. And they gonna see like, damn, wait, this who the Lord dealing with, these men over here. Wait, hold on. These the men we disrespected? Whoa. What? Yes, that's what's coming. We gonna be increased that. Well, and then it says at thy last hand. So when we get beamed up in them chariots, all right? Once we get beamed up in them chariots, bro, hey, that's when when they see us getting beamed up, you know what I'm saying? They gonna be like, damn, that's the man. We fucked up. We fucked up. You hear me? But it's all good. It says, this beautiful here, whatsoever is brought upon thee, take cheerfully. Man, and that's something I'm learning, bros. That's something I'm learning. Man, when really, to be honest, man, I've been on some shit where, bro, I don't be giving a fuck about nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I try to do what I can to try to overcome shit, because it's still a fight, you know what I'm saying? The Lord ain't tell us, send us here to be dummies. We still got to use our mind and figure things out. Like, I might be late on the bill. Or some shit. Can't pay the motherfucker. Now I gotta do some shit on the side, a little job or something, and try to make some money to go and give me some money to pay the goddamn bill. But really, lately, I've been on some shit, man. Fuck all this shit. You know what I mean? Like, and the Lord take care of it, though. You know what I mean? The Lord, he always take care of it. He always come through, for real. But I've been on some shit like, man, it is what it is. Whatever happened, that's what's gonna happen. It ain't nothing I can do about it. You know what I mean? Whatever's gonna happen is gonna happen. I'm gonna do what I can to survive and try to make shit happen, but that's all I got to give. I'm gonna give what I got to give, and I'm gonna let the Lord handle the rest. You know what I'm saying? And fuck this shit, man. Fuck this shit. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna come back to this. Let me see. Yeah. Let me see something. Let me get in there. Okay, this Philippians 3, I'm going to start at verse 7. But what things were gained to me, those I counted loss for Hamashiach. All right? So, the little shit that I do have, whatever it may be, all right? Man, fuck that shit. You know what I'm saying? Fuck that shit. Hamashiach, Yahushua, that's who I need. That's who first. That's what I need the most. You could take everything away from me. As long as I got him, I'm good. I could walk through the wilderness as long as I got him. You feel me? As long as I got him, I could walk through the wilderness. I don't need nothing. You know what I'm saying? If I was, everything easier said than done. You know what I mean? But, if you had to, shit, I heard Apostle Rakar one time say, man, he had to sleep in cars and shit. You know what I mean? So you got to be willing to lose your fucking house, which we gonna lose it anyway. lose your car, which we gonna lose that anyway, man. Count that shit all the law. I mean, count that shit. Fuck that shit. I don't give a fuck. As long as I got Yahweh Shai, all right. It says, yeah, doubtless, and I count all things but loss for the excellency of knowledge of Yahweh Shai Hamashiach, all right. Another thing I realized in this walk, man, you gotta make some sacrifices, all right. You gotta make sacrifices in this walk. It's kind of hot out here today. I mean, it's cool, it feels good, the wind blowing, but at the same time, the sun beaming. But so I'm gonna stand right here in this shade for a hot second, shit. But what was I saying? Damn. It's lucky, but yeah, you just gotta count all this, man. Fuck this shit. Yahweh Shai, man. That's who we need. It says, for whom I have suffered the loss of all things, and do count them but dung, that I may win Hamashiach and be found in him. Right? Count that shit dung as shit. So, man, this ain't nothing but Jake. You know what I'm saying? They try to just take our culture, man, take who we are as a people. You know what I mean? These is so-called black men that you see writing these scriptures, man. These ain't no fucking Edomites, bro. But yeah, count that shit nothing. Who gives a fuck about this shit? This shit, it ain't nothing. All right? It's nothing, man. This shit is nothing. You know what I mean? Really, this place ain't even beautiful compared to what it's supposed to be like. You know what I mean? We fucking walking on concrete. In the kingdom of heaven ain't gonna be no fucking. We ain't gonna be walking on no fucking concrete. That shit ain't good for you to be walking on. All right? We gonna be walking on gold. You know what I'm saying? Stones and things like that. Just, it's gonna be completely different. It's gonna be way better than this bullshit here. This place ain't beautiful, man. The Lord still got, places that's beautiful, that look good, but this shit ain't nothing compared to the kingdom of heaven. Fuck this shit. It ain't nothing. You know what I mean? Even when it comes to the people, when it comes to the women ain't got nothing on how the women gonna be in the kingdom of heaven. Then these hoes is polluted like a motherfucker. You can't even get you a woman that's ain't been with another man. That shit over with, man. That shit over with, man. You ain't getting you no woman that ain't polluted. This place, I mean, it shouldn't be nothing to count this shit, dog. Yeah, it shouldn't be nothing to let this shit go. This shit ain't, man, the Lord almost done made it easy for to let this shit go. It ain't nothing here, It says, and be found in him, not having my own righteousness, which is of the law, but that which is through the faith of Mashiach, through the righteousness, which is of Yahweh, by faith, okay? That I may know him. Yeah, man, it's nothing like knowing Yahweh Shem Shai, man, especially, when he dealing with you. You know what I'm saying? You sit there and you conversating with him. You sit there, you praying to him. It's just beautiful. It's beautiful being in this truth. Like we are truly what you call woke. Like we really know the truth. That's what makes us different than everybody else. And it's not as many of us as it is of the world. So, sometimes you be like, damn. But that's a beautiful thing in itself. You know what I mean? Not too many people know this. But it's beautiful to know Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, to be able to pray to him, you know what I'm saying? Talk to him. We truly woke, so to speak, and our people are dead. All right, they dead. They don't know whether they coming or going. They lost, lost. And that's why a lot of our people do drugs. That's why a lot of our people, they just fucked up because they don't know the Lord, Especially in today's world, man, our people don't even consider Our people don't even consider, man. It's crazy. They just like whatever. And then the craziest thing about it, our people think this shit gonna last forever. But the Lord flipping the script on that shit. Ooh, and I can't wait till he, just completely, like, cause he tearing this place down and you got all this shit going on and fear is coming. Like, people getting shaken up. Not so much so Jake. A lot of Edomites really are. Not so much so Jake. Jake fucking dumb. You know what I'm saying? Jake don't know what the fuck going on. Jake ain't gonna understand until that shit is over here in America and motherfuckers is really getting their ass bust up and killed. Alright, that's when Jake gonna understand. So right now they still turned up, still having fun, living good. But hey, it's coming soon. Niggas finna be dropping dead left and right. That's when Jake gonna understand. You know how Jake is. And I can't wait. I can't wait. Alright. So, this is I'm gonna leave you off with this. Acts 14 and verse 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith. Alright? Which, that's what we do. Exhort and edify, teach and uplift. It says them to continue in the faith, right? And that's what I'm doing, bro. Yes, it's hard. Brother, I'm going through it with you. I know. I feel you. I feel your pain. I know it's difficult. I know it seems like there's no way out. But that's where faith come in. Yahweh Shema Shah got you. Don't worry about it. And that we must, through much tribulation, enter into the kingdom of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah. Through much tribulation. So hey, you know what it is. Either you gonna get with it or you gonna be a sucker. Your choice. Alright? So with that, call halal Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shah by Hashem Harakabadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone for teaching the truth, this beautiful truth. And shalom to the Achaemen's pushing his word, the truth is sincere across the globe. Shalom.